Good morning. Right. Hello. It's moving day. I have not slept. Stress, worry, anxiety, excitement. I look so tired. I'm a bit like the mad professor. Hey, what are you doing? Let's do this. Boo! I'm going to stop the montage there. Well, not there, a few seconds before, but yeah, stop the montage. I had planned to do time lapses to music, but things didn't quite go to plan. So I feel it's best that I talk through the next part of the vlog. I've got my notes. Over the next 2 days or so, everything happened so fast. There was a moment where I needed to be in 3 places at once, so 3 places plus a camera wasn't going to work out. And to be honest, I just wanted to enjoy the process, getting in. I've been working up to this for so long. I didn't want to spend the entire time with a camera in my hands. I just wanted to enjoy it. And I did. So let's go back on ourselves. Let's talk about this. So my dad and I arrived, and when we were waiting for my mum and my brother and sister, the man arrived to give me my keys. And I was expecting 4, maybe 5 keys. He gave me a total of 18 keys on one fob. I mean, it was a bit of a shock. I had a moment where I said to myself, are they all for me? What? I didn't photograph the keys at the time, but these are the keys that are left, the ones that I need every day. So that's a lot less than 18. But it meant that when I opened my place for the first time, it wasn't as straightforward as I'd imagined. I thought to myself, I'll walk up to the door, I'll shove the key in the lock, it'll open, I'll welcome everybody in. But instead, because there were so many keys and there were 2 locks that I had to unlock, it was a bit of a muddle. I've got to remember which keys I've tried.
Well, we got all day back.
I don't know which key it is. Oh,
I didn't realise we were making a full-length feature.
oh no, there's 2 locks.
I know. Right, I'm going to pause it.
It took about 2 minutes or so to go through all the keys and open the locks, but that threw me going in. So when I went in, I was just so distracted by the door, I just didn't even think to invite everybody in. I just ran off. There I go, down the corridor. Woohoo!
Hey!
Woohoo!
I'll go in after you.
Welcome.
You don't want any rubbish in there, yeah.
Come in.
Hey!
Hey! In my mind, I was going to stand there and welcome everybody in, and no. But still, the bit with the keys, that made us all laugh.
Welcome to your debt.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Skipping forward to the presents, I've now changed the locks on my doors, so I know exactly which keys go in which lock. As for going in, because there was no moving van, there was no time constraints, no pressures, so we sort of lounged around for a bit. It was the first time we'd had, I say we, my whole family were there, it was the first time we'd had the time to really look around. My mum and I had visited the place several times between September and December, and the family came once in October. But yeah, it was just nice to have everybody in there before we did the moving process, moving all the stuff. So then my family and I just chilled out, relaxed, celebrated. You guys know that I have talked about moving for at least 2 years. It's taken about 2, nearly 3 years to get to this point, and it has probably been one of the most stressfulest things of my life. So to get into the place and feel secure, it's my place, we were due a celebration. So once I got in, the next thing to do was to clean the place and survey it. Obviously I had an idea as to what the place was like before I moved in, but there's very few opportunities you have to have a completely empty space to survey. So my family and I checked every light socket, every wire, every nook and cranny, and then we cleaned everything. Lots and lots of cleaning. This is but a portion of the cleaning. Insert a montage. See, I was going to do montages. This place was completely empty between July, August and February when I moved in. That's a long time for a place to have no one in it, in terms of heating and water, so the next thing was to check all of that was working. For the first few hours we didn't have hot water or heating. There was a moment when I was cleaning in the bathroom and the hot water turned on for the first time. That was a good moment. Oh! Ah! I got more water! Mum! I've got more water! Oh, I was singing Hans Christian Andersen. Yeah. I mean, it sounds so boring getting excited about hot water, but it's a big thing. So the first day I took a car's worth of stuff, things like mugs, food, nothing valuable. I took a few crates of books just to sort of get the moving process going. Here is a time lapse of me getting all my books and DVDs out. At that point I didn't have a bookcase or anything to put them on. It was just a case of getting them out of their boxes. And I had a lovely evening with my mum. We listened to Eva Cassidy as we finished setting up the flat with the stuff we had. And then we went home. Well, I say home, my parents' house. My last night in my parents' house. And that night was so weird. I did vlog, but I'm going to talk over the top of it. I felt odd. I didn't quite feel like I had a home yet. I was sort of torn between the two. I was in the middle. Going back to my room like that, it didn't feel like my room. Yeah, that was yeah. Let's move on to the big moving day. Hello, today is the second moving day. So today we have a van and a car and a half full of stuff. Another reason for hiring a van as opposed to keep going backwards and forwards with cars is that I had some big things to move. I had 2 sofas from my parents, I had a dining table, the piano. I must admit there was a few moments where I panicked about breakages. I was worried about the piano, the keyboard. Because to get the keyboard out of the house, we had to sort of cut it in 2, not literally. But yeah, I was worried that it wouldn't make it. And it did, by the way. The second day was exceptionally busy and personally stressful. I mean, I was excited but simultaneously panicking. Because of the way that the man with the van works, every minute counted in terms of money. So when we got the other end, there was a big fuss to get everything out of the lorry as fast as possible. So I didn't really film. But it was amazing how fast we managed to move everything. That's when it started to hit home for me, when I was watching my stuff going into my new place. It was weird. I should say by that point that I was also in a huge amount of pain. Yeah, I'm gonna bring up the pain. I'm in pain now. With all the moving, packing, sorting in the last 2 months, I've hurt my back and my knee quite frequently. And I think the day of the move just killed my knee completely. So I spent literally the whole day limping or in a form of pain. So that sort of made the day harder than I would have hoped it to have been. Luckily, I had my whole family around me, including my dad and my brother, who are mighty strong. Not just because they're men, but they are strong. I mean, this whole process, I've been lucky to have them. They have moved lots of things for me or with me, so thank you, you two. But yeah, by that point, there was just stuff everywhere. Once everything was in, there was this massive sigh of relief from everybody. Then came the task of finding a home for everything, which was easier said than done. My family helped me to a certain extent, but the unpacking process I've tried to do as much as possible myself, because it is very personal. One thing I'm struggling with is that I don't have that much furniture. I'm lucky to have any furniture. But when you don't have shelves or cupboards, it's easy to get in a muddle. And I'm still in a muddle. You can see behind me I've got boxes everywhere. This is the stuff I haven't unpacked. It's mostly art stuff, I think, and some hair accessories. Mostly art. I plan to buy some furniture from IKEA in the near future, not just yet, but yeah, for the time being, everything's on the floor. As I record this, I have been in here about 2.5 weeks, and right now I'm still sort of unpacking. Some of my life is still in boxes. And yes, I still have some possessions at my parents'. Not many, but my art and my prints are delicate, so I won't move them until I have some storage for them. And I'm still sorting out all my things from this whole process. I've still things to give to charity, to recycle, stuff like that. So I will be in a muddle for a bit longer, but I don't mind because I'm on my way. I'm getting there. Because of the way things are panning out, and also because of how far away I am from my family, when my family come to stay, they stay for a few days. So whilst I've been here 2.5 weeks, I haven't actually spent that much time on my own. Yet. But the first night I slept here completely on my own was heaven, and then I woke up in the morning with a sense of peace and happiness that I can't quite describe. This is just a clip that I recorded that morning. Nothing amazing, but I personally felt so good. Sense of relief, I suppose. This whole moving process has completely shaken up my brain, my perspective, and my feeling of gratitude. I mean, I've worked so hard to get here, but I've also had lots of help along the way, particularly from my parents. I don't want to gloss over that, the fact that I have had help. I'm lucky. Even simple things like furniture. I've had family and friends of family donate furniture that they don't need, which I'm grateful for. I keep stressing that I'm grateful, but I am grateful and happy. I mean, things are not perfect, and there's lots of stresses outside of the move that are now going to hit because I've moved, but this is such a big thing. For me, anyway. As I said, it's been like 2.5, 3 years building to this. So overall, the move went okay. I'm in, I'm happy, and things are going ahead. So yeah, this now brings me to the end of the moving vlog. I'm in my first ever place. It's mine. And I'm so happy. Right, I'm gonna go. I will see you in the next one. This is going to be my end card. Hello, good morning.